Hi, welcome to Neem Software. Today we are going to see the features for Zed Billing Software. Zed Billing is a small and easy to use business management application which can manage your daily business process. So first we can go through the primary modules. This is the primary interface of the application. Here we have administration, HR, inventory, sales, purchase, finance and general reminders. So first we will go through the administration module. So inside admin we have the company master where we will be feeding the company general details like name, TRN number, mobile number, telephone number, address, currency, subcurrency and all. Also we can mark whether we are applicable for tax or not, and we can set the percentage of tax as well. Also you can mark whether the tax is inclusive or exclusive. So inclusive means if you are charging 100 dirhams as the invoice amount, the tax will be calculated within that 100 dirhams. And exclusive means if your total bill is 100 dirhams, tax will be calculated extra to that one, like 105. And here you can put all the starting numbers like invoice, quotation, LPO, delivery note, payment voucher, receipt voucher. So all the starting numbers you can add it to the system, and from there it will be coming automatic. Example, if you put 101 as the starting number, the system will automatically generate 102, 103, 104, like that it will be coming automatic. And from here we can select the paper sizes, like normally we will be having A4, A5 and 80 mm. 80 mm means the thermal paper sizes. Normally for POS system we are giving 80 mm paper printout. And here we can add the company logo, the stamp for our company, header and footer as well. And all the documents you can export to PDF. Now from here we can add the users, like we have two kind of user accounts is there. One is administrator and one is limited. And from user rights we can select the privileges of each user, like which module they want to set the access. The access privilege is categorized into view, insert, modify and delete. Suppose one particular staff, if you don't want him to edit any transactions, you can block the particular module, so he cannot do any editing on that particular module. And then we will be having log details. This is like an audit log system where it will save who did what at what time. So it will track the username, the time of the event, and then which window, what is the operation and what is the record ID. Example, in invoice number 1001 one particular editing has happened, so it will be marked on the audit log system. Then database configuration, this is for the technical process, like we can see that what is the server name and what is the database we have been used. The system built on Visual Basic as the front end and back end is PostgreSQL. And in HR we can have the employee master. We can save all the employee details, employee documents like passport copy, visa copy, expiry, everything, and then employee salary details and attachments. We can attach the scan copy document of the passport copy, visa copy, everything you can attach it in the system. And then through salary advance we can give the advances for each employee, and through salary finalization window we can deduct the salary advances which we pay for, and we can generate the payslip. Now in inventory we can have the item master. This is where we are adding the barcode or item code. Then item category can be created, then subcategory. The category can be added directly from here. One time if you add it, automatically it will be saved in the system. And subcategory, then item name in English and item name in Arabic is also provisioned. And then cost price, suppose you put 20 as the cost price and the selling price is 50 dirhams, and you can set a cutoff price of 40 dirhams. So when this means that this is the last discounted price which you can offer to a customer. So your basic cost price is silent and it will be protecting your margin. And here you can set the how you quantify the item by numbers, packet, box. How you quantify the item, you can mark the unit of measurement. And also you can set the reorder level. In this case it means that minimum stock level of this particular item must be 2. So when it reaches to the level of 2, it will give you an automatic pop-up in the system stating that this item need to be purchased again. Then you can have multiple store. Example, if you have a warehouse and the showrooms, so that you can add multiple store name here. And this is for entering the stock, initial stock. If your shop is a new one, then no need to use this module because it will be added automatically through purchase window. But if it is a running shop, the existing stock can be entered through stock entry window, and then through consumption we can reduce the stock as well. Suppose if you are making your own internal consumption or damage of items, you can reduce the item through consumption window for the stock correction. And through stock transfer we can change the stock from one store to another. We can transfer the stock from one store to another. Here in stock report, we can filter the stock by category or subcategory or item group or item code or the stock status, like whether it is positive, negative or zero stock. If you want to see, you can filter it. Then you can view the report as well, so that including the stock value, it will be appearing in the system. And then if you want to see the one particular item, the stock movement, you can select the item, you can select the date range, and you can select view report. You can see for that particular item how many times you purchased it, what price you purchased before, and how many times you sell that item, and which customer you have sold that item for, what is the price. Everything you can track the complete history of that particular item. And then you will be having the sales module. So in sales module, the first thing is quotation, so that you can prepare the quotation through the system. From here you can select the customer. If the customer is new, you can add the customer directly from the system by entering their TRN number and everything. You can select the credit period, and you can set credit limit also. Example, if you select 5,000, the system will give you an intimation that how much they have been consumed. When you are preparing the invoices, the system will tell you that how much so far they have consumed the credit limit. You can select the customer name, then you can select the item, and you can enter the quantity. If you want, you can change the price from here and then add. Then you can, suppose if you are giving some extra service like non-stock item, you can use it like this. So you can add the details like this: installation, and let's say one, and you are giving a lump sum price of 1,000, you can add the details, and through print you can print the quotation as well. So, and you can make the revision of the quotations also. Like example, in this particular quotation, if you want to make a revision or anything, you can add the quotation, and the letterhead can be fixed through the company master. And then you can have the invoice. So in invoice, you can convert the quotation to an invoice directly. When you select it, automatically it will be, the items will be added here. And also through invoice, you can have multiple delivery note conversion to an invoice. Suppose you have some delivery notes already happened for this particular customer, you can select the multiple delivery notes and you can convert that one into a single invoice. So when the store has made the delivery, you can see that how many delivery notes are not being invoiced. You can select the details from here, and you can print the invoice as well. So in this case, you can search for the invoices, and if you want to print any particular invoice, you can select and you can make the printout of it. It will make the tax invoice, and it is in the detailed tax invoice format. Then if it is a credit sale, the collection of the payment must be through receipt voucher. So in this case, you can select the customer. It will give you the pending invoices over here, and then you can select any customer from here. Like example, this particular customer, you can see that how many invoices are pending. So if multiple payments are receiving, you can select which all invoices he or she is making the payment, and then from here you can select the payment mode, whether it is cash, check or credit card. If it is a check, you have to put the check name, check details and everything, and select our bank. Which bank is your company bank, you can select it over here. And then if it is a cash, you just need to put the cash payment here, and then then you can make the receipt voucher through the system. And all the documents you can convert into PDF through Do PDF or QPDF writer. And after that, if you are making a delivery note, you can make the delivery note as well. And you can convert invoice to a delivery note as well, and also you can make a fresh delivery note and you can convert that one into invoice, vice versa. If you want to convert invoice to a delivery note, then in invoice window there is a tick mark is there called no need for DO. You have to untick that one, and you can issue the performa invoice as well through the system. So after that, then on purchase we will be having the purchase order. It is not mandatory that for every purchase you need to make a purchase order. You can directly make GRN as well, but in case if you want to issue a purchase order, you can issue the purchase order through the system, and you can make the printout or you can send it by PDF to the user. And once the LPO has been made, then this LPO can be converted to a GRN, or you can make a fresh GRN as well. If you are needed to convert, you can convert that LPO to a GRN as well. So once you added the GRN, then automatically that item will go to the stock, and then from here you can put the invoice number for the supplier, and also the payment status, whether it is paid or unpaid. You can select that. If it is paid, it will be paid from the cash in hand. If it is unpaid, it will move to the payment voucher. That means payable. So here in payment voucher, you can make the payment to the supplier. So you can see that how many invoices are pending and how many invoices are paid. You can see the multiple payments through the system, and also this also can be printed. Then from here you can make the supplier statement. Suppose if you want to see the statement of a supplier, you can select the supplier statement report. You can see the report through the system with the aging wise. Also you can issue the customer statement from here, like customer statement. So here in customer statement you can select the customer name, and then you can view the customer report through the system. Then on finance we have like bank. You can have multiple banks through the system. Then bank transaction to note the deposit, withdrawal and bank to bank. And also you can create the expense heads, like different expense heads can be created. The check reconciliation module will help you to reconcile the checks. Then asset module for the adding all the assets, whether it is an employee is holding the assets or whether it is an office asset. Then other income from other sources, we can add it, and you can make the expenses also, and expenses which is claimable or taxable. If it is marked as claimable, then it will be added to the input VAT report. If you select the input VAT, you can see the input VAT report, the VAT which you already paid for the supplier, and for the expenses you can mark it. It will be noted like the expense voucher number will be there and how much VAT you have been paid for. And after that on finance you can make the consolidated VAT report as well. You can select the date from and date to, and then you can mark the consolidated VAT report. You can make it from here. Then sales return, purchase return is there, like sales return one. If you make the sales return, the VAT also will be returned, and also for the purchase return also the VAT will be returning back. Then there is a general reminder is there. General reminder means if you have any sort of meeting or anything, you can mark it in the system, and it will come as a pop-up when the date is arrived. And then you will be having a small dashboard. This dashboard will help you to move to a particular invoice. If you enter the invoice number and click enter, it will take you to the particular invoice number, and you can reprint or you can make the editing. If you want to make any editing, you can just click it over here and enter the amount, and then click on change. But it is as per the privilege. Then from here you can see the comparison for last 2 months. So this is all about the Zed Billing software. So once you purchase this one, you will be having a 1-year AMC. If you have any particular queries, you can just email us to sales@neemsoftware.com or support@neemsoftware.com. Thank you, have a great day and have a great business.